Hi survivors, it's me Prepperzan reporting to you. Hope you guys are doing well, because what's going on in this world is not. It's being ran by Luciferians, by Satanists, and the plot thickens daily as time progresses. I would like to apologize to y'all for not being able to deliver quality content in the last couple of weeks, because like everybody else, I'm swamped. I'm overworked, having to work to keep up with this hyperinflation agendas, because that's exactly what's going on. I've had to take on several more jobs and projects, and to prepare for what lies ahead. We know it's the beginning of the year, so we're dealing with a lot of property taxes, which have increased significantly. Everything except for our wages is going up. And y'all, by the time the end of this year get here, it's almost over. Allegedly. But that's what's really going on. I wanted to talk to you guys about the things I've been seeing. It's just so much. I'm gonna have to take like a whole month and just record videos of the things that I've been seeing just in the last month. How things are changing right before our eyes. And it's crazy because it's in every system, even dealing with the churches. And this is another video, y'all. I'm seeing how a lot of these churches are doing things that the government is rolling out and want them to do in regards to when people need help, or people need food, or people need shelter. The churches are telling them they got to get the poison prick. Allegedly, the churches are telling them that they got to get all these different types of tests and run and all this. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, it will blow your mind. And it's crazy to me, because that's not Christ-like. We know Christ was against the system and whatnot. But these churches, these people are not anointed no more. All they doing is, they don't have a calling. A lot of these people who are ushering in this mess, foolishness at these churches, they just trying to get paid. We know people right now, they just using the word of God to make money. It's a big business. When you start seeing this beast system infiltrate in the churches, y'all know we past trouble. We passed in trouble. I couldn't believe it. All the stories I'm hearing, the things that I'm seeing, things that I'm reading. And then there's a big problem in a lot of these big cities with the borders being wide open. They're running out of funds. They can't even accommodate and give the resources to their own citizens and residents in these certain areas, because it's all going towards all the people who need help that have crossed the border. They've been crying out to the federal government, allegedly, this is what they're saying, and they're not getting any help. So we're seeing a lot of people, especially black and brown people who are already poor, people who are already homeless, people who are on the verge of homelessness, people who have become homeless, jobless in this last couple of years while all these agendas rolling out, can't get any help. The resources have dried up. They were giving people 2 stipends from the SNAP program. They have totally disregarded that, because a lot of resources are being ushered out to other people who are not even citizens in this country. And I'm not saying these people shouldn't get help. I'm just saying that, how do we spend our hard-earned money in taxes and all these things all our lives? Our ancestors have, but we are now secondary. We're really been secondary. I don't even want to say secondary. I want to say way past that. It's a lot of terrible things going on, y'all. It's a lot of terrible things going on. It's crazy, because I want to start this video about talking about something else that I was seeing, and that's how people's jobs are being placed with AI, and with these self-checkouts, and with these tap to pay, and with these different machines. With each one of these topics, I'm going to make a video in regards to each one of these topics, because I think that it needs to be fully talked about. People should be informed. People should be aware. A lot of people don't really know what's going on. A lot of people so bombarded with just surviving, so they can't really see what's going on. And as you guys know, I got my ears to the streets. I got my ears to all different types of different areas. I got friends in all areas of the United States of America. A lot of you guys are telling me what's going on in your areas. As you can see, I've been putting out a lot of food prices and stuff, and I'm going to continue to do that so people can steadily be informed. Stop eating so much. Start cutting down on that food. Do your 1 meal a day. I'm telling you, your spiritual life will be incredible. You'll have more money. You'll feel more light on your feet. So when it's time, God forbid, for us to be displaced, and they start trying to usher that mark of the B-E-A-S-T, allegedly, but we know that's what's really going on. You be light on your feet, and you can try to get away from all that. Y'all, these food prices are crazy. I'm telling you, it's insane. Thank God I had some beans and rice and a lot of non-perishables, well enough to keep me going. And then the food is questionable. I know I'm going from topic to topic to topic. It's been a minute since I've been able to upload a video, but y'all, it's just so much. The AI replacing jobs already. The AI has even infiltrated the music business. A lot of them artists are in major trouble, which I don't want to say, which could be a blessing in disguise. I don't want to say that because I feel like people should be able to make money doing what they love to do, but a lot of music is filthy garbage anyway. But I'm still saying that it doesn't make it right that a lot of this technology is taking money from people. I went into a couple of grocery stores just to, see the prices and try to give me some stuff that I needed that wasn't so expensive. So I was checking out the different prices at the stores. All of them are really expensive, but I was seeing how now they totally have eliminated the people in the cashier lines. It's a lot of self-checkout. And what they do at the self-checkout, if you guys haven't noticed it yourselves, they have like a police officer or an employee checking out, making sure that people are swiping on those machines and that they're not stealing and whatnot. So it was like, in one line, it was like 20 self-checkout machines, and there was only one person that was working it, and then there was a security officer or whatnot, or police officers or whatnot. So they are really replacing people's jobs, y'all. It's so many jobs. They say in the hundreds of millions that's being lost, and so many people who are losing their jobs. And this is why it's important for us to pray up and pray. It really is. And if you haven't been storing food, even though I feel like the food nowadays is really questionable, but we have to always pray over our food, because there's been agendas in the food, as we know, for a very, very, very long time. By the God's grace, like Miss Howell said, we still here. Like Queen say, and Berta say, we still here. With all these different things that's been infiltrating all the different systems in which we live in regards to the air, the land, the water, and the food. But there's so much going on, and you don't see, and then they taking resources from people that really need it in regards to, they cutting some people's social security. They're taking people's SNAP benefits. That's the food stamp program. I know a lot of people think that a lot of people don't need it. They buy a lot of junk. I agree to that. But there's a lot of people that really do need that. There's elderly people, disabled people, people with children who can't work because they have to care for their children. So these are programs that a lot of Americans are really in need of, that they are totally wiping out. We're talking about the Medicaid for people who already have pre-existing conditions being taken from them. Y'all, America's falling. And if y'all notice, every time you turn around, there's another explosion, there's another train derailment. They're not explaining these train derailments. That's how we know it's agendas. And I feel like all this stuff is going on. So eventually, everything will be contaminated, polluted, and wiped out, where we will have to go and depend on the government. And that would be make it easy for them to usher in that B system, that mark, that mark of the B-E-A-S-T, and where they will have full control of our lives, allegedly. But that's what I'm seeing. They monitoring everything we're doing, allegedly, from the money you're spending to how much money you have in your bank accounts. That's why, you know, it's important to diversify your money. If you can get some hard assets like some land, beans and bullets, and rice and non-perishable foods, I like to encourage everybody, keep that bug out bag ready. Y'all, I'm telling you, you gotta stay ready because it's so much going on. The other day, I used to always have my stuff together. I was so exhausted. And something happened in the middle of the night where I was, and I just had to grab what I had. I had my bag, but my bag was kind of open. And I was like, every night before I usually go to sleep, but I had to get something out of it. But every night before I used to go to sleep, I make sure my bug out bag is right there by that door. I have everything in it that I need. And this is just important, y'all. I'm just telling you, these days and times, it's so much going on. The crime is just tearing these cities apart. The homelessness, the mental illness is tearing these cities apart. The illnesses, it's a lot of people who are sick. They're not talking about it. Tearing these communities apart, y'all. The joblessness, tearing communities apart. Before we know it, everything gonna be wiped out around us. The system is falling. The systems are falling, and there's no telling what other kind of creatures we have on this planet now. I think a lot of that's going on too. I'm gonna say allegedly. Some dark and sinister, real dark and sinister is going on around us. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this stuff out. But I will break all these different subjects and topics down that I have just discussed here. It's getting deep, y'all. It's getting deep. We've been seeing this pan out right before our very eyes for the last couple of years. But now we hitting that turn. We hitting that breaking point. All these rumors of wars and all these wars going on all around us and all over the world. We got wars going on right here. People don't even want to call it what it is, exactly what it is. War against humanity. The Luciferians against the children of God. A lot of people getting locked up. Yeah, they want to tear this whole world apart the way God created it. Allegedly. There's a lot of innocent people getting locked up. If we don't know nothing else, we know this is not the time to be getting incarcerated. Because the people incarcerated will be the first ones that they'll usher that mark to. You know, I have to say allegedly, but we know what's going on around here. So I'm not going to keep rattling on. I got to get ready for work. Just be careful, y'all. Keep your head on the swivel. Keep your head on the swivel. And it's not just the cities that's being torn apart, y'all. Even in rural areas, there's a lot of crimes. There's a lot of drugs. A lot of people are dying of these drugs. It's just on and on. It's just, I know I talk about it, but to see all this stuff unfold and how it's unfolding so fast right before our eyes, it's devastating. It's traumatizing. And then trying to keep up with all this, you know, that's why I just think it's important to have some land. Land ain't going nowhere. The price of it may be going up a little bit, you know, but we still have time. You know, that's just the main resource that I see that's necessary. Precious metals, of course, you know, food. Because like a lot of this other stuff, all this rent, to me, it's not even worth it no more. And paying all these excessive bills, that money be gone as soon as you get it when you dealing with something like that. You know, I just think it's important for people. If you have family members, y'all better start having a plan together. Everybody better put themselves in one place under one roof and help one another. Because all this, you know, if you're on your own or, you know, whatever, and you're trying to pay this, you're trying to pay that, and it's hard to keep up with this, hard to keep up with that, and you still don't have any hard assets, and you can't, you know, you don't know where your next meal coming from until it's just a matter of time for all that be wiped out anyway. That's just how I see it. So you guys, please follow me on Patreon for real, raw, uncut, unfiltered content. I'll be coming back with more better videos. Thank you for your patience. Please support the Allegedly and the good luck with that t-shirts. All the proceeds go back into the channel. And if you're looking for land in bug out areas in Texas, I still have some for sale and for lease. For as low as $5 a month, you and your family will immediately have access to get out the cities. And as always, go to purposand.com, scroll down and give us your email address. We'll be sending out those newsletters soon. And as always, watch this world, watch the weather. Smell your water, boil and purify your water before you use it. Keep surviving. Time is running out on all of us. purposand.com.